Windows 10 October 10 October to the Windows 10 October to the Windows 2020 update. Compare with the previous May 2020 update in regards to features and speed to see what's really changed. Now throughout the video on the left will be the previous May 2020 update, codenamed 20H1, and on the right will be the October 2020 update, version 20H2. If you're only interested, so the first major change we'll talk about is the new naming scheme, specifically the version numbers. So let's start up with the startup tests. Now, my predictions, I really don't think there will be that much of a difference. If anything, I think 20H2 will perform better in most cases because really the October 2020 update added very minor changes, so I'm expecting it to do a little bit better than 20H1. These are always a pain to edit because my PC just can't handle it, but really when you look at it from side to side, it's definitely worth it. So, after some time later, we can see that Windows 10 version 20H2 actually booted up first, but really 20H1 wasn't that far behind, so honestly this could be technically considered
a tie. Before getting into program launching, I wanted to see how much storage each version took up, and surprisingly, 20H2 actually took up less storage, about 5 gigabytes less than 20H1. I might have done something behind the scenes that might have caused this, but still, 5 gigabytes is a pretty significant difference considering that the ISO was much larger. So beginning program launching with the calculator app, although the animation speed of both were a bit different, they ultimately loaded the full application at the exact same time. That is pretty surprising. Next is Notepad. So both of these did have a very minimal difference, but 20H2 did load up first. I did have to slow this one down. By the way, don't let this test be the end-all be-all for whether to update or not. This is a very rough idea. Percentage error can be variable. These lightweight applications might not be the most important in terms of speed. I just want to add them anyways just for the sake of variety. Heavy applications might give us a